Hello, Agatha. Hello, Dr. Tsandikos. How has your week been since our last session? Not so great. Oh, tell me, Agatha, why was it not so good? It's nothing really. I just cannot trust anyone. I fear that everyone is going to hurt me and I am constantly worried. You have mentioned these trust issues in past sessions. When did trusting people start to become a problem? I think because I have been hurt by the people that I should be able to trust the most, my family. I don't have the best relationship with my parents and we tend to fight constantly. Sometimes the fights get a bit out of hand. What are the fights typically about? I don't know. Everything. I feel like I always have to be perfect. You said that the fights sometimes get out of hand. Can you tell me about that? It starts off with a lot of yelling and screaming. But when I do not back down, my dad gets even more angry and becomes physically aggressive. What does he do when he becomes physically aggressive toward you? Sometimes he hits me or throws things at me. On a few occasions he has gotten sexually aggressive toward me. How does that make you feel when your father gets that aggressive? It makes me really scared and upset. But sometimes I think I deserve it, because I am not good enough for my parents. I hate the thought of going home from school because I am scared of the fights I might have with my dad. Have you ever been seriously hurt from these fights? No injuries have put me in the hospital. But my dad tends to hit me in places that are easily hidden. How has your father been sexually aggressive toward you? Usually he becomes physically aggressive first. However, if my mom is not around and he is still really angry, he will pull me upstairs, where he make me undress, then tells me to spread my legs. After he touches me all over. It's horrible, and feels like forever. Agatha, this is a big concern. Life at home should be a safe environment. According to the article, The Professional Response to Child Sexual Abuse, by Frank Thincham, Stephen Beach, Tom Moore, and Carol Diener, as a psychologist, I am obligated to report cases of child abuse. But Dr. Tsandikos, what is going to happen if you report that I am being abused? I know this is hard, Agatha, but what I will do is report this case to Child Protective Services. Then a caseworker will come out to your house and monitor your family to make sure that you are safe. CPS is only there to help you. What if they take me away from my parents? I am really scared that my dad is going to hurt me because I told you about our fights. Like I said, Agatha, CPS is only there to help you. We want you to have a safe environment to go home to. Nothing has happened yet. But we can always talk about possible outcomes. Agatha, why do you think that your dad wants to hurt you? Honestly, Dr. Tsandikos, I really don't know, but some things I think he is trying to teach me a lesson. I think that I deserve his punishments because I am not perfect. This past week I cut my wrist lightly because I was so anxious after a fight and I needed a release. Agatha, do you ever have thoughts of killing yourself? According to the article Suicide is Neither Rational Nor Irrational, by Christopher Cowley, it is important that I assess for suicide risk. No, I do not have thoughts of killing myself. I really enjoy most parts of my life. Though sometimes I feel like cutting is the only answer. Self-injury is a form of coping. During our sessions we will work on some more effective coping skills. According to the article, Cognitive Elements of Empowerment, an Interpretive Model of Intramus Task Motivation, by Kenneth Thomas and Betty Velthouse. We are going to work on changing your thoughts so that we can change this behavior of self-injury. I don't want to hurt myself and I want to feel safe going home. Agatha, what does your mom do while these fights are going on? When she is home, she doesn't really say much. With her being a CEO, it seems like she is always working. I don't really talk to her that often. What do you think about asking her to come to one of our sessions? I don't know. I don't think it is the best idea. I don't think she would understand because she doesn't know how bad it can be. Okay, well, we can talk about it in our next session. I will see you in a week. Thank you, Dr. Tsandikos.